The CPP, among other, the PPP also petition CHRAJ. Did you also petition?
On the 4th?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Okay. And the president and his legal team, they've formally now given a response to the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice on the 4th Saga. And he raised certain issues on it. Your response to his petition, or his response, so to speak?
Well, I think I'm very relieved with the response by the president.
You're impressed?
I'm very impressed with it. The reason being that, first of all, I read it and I got to realize that he only realized there had been a gift when he got to Bolga and was informed by the regional minister that somebody has shipped a vehicle for him. Then he also called the person in charge of the vehicle fleet, government vehicles, to pick the vehicle and put it in the fleet, because this is a gift not to him as a person, but to him because he's a president. So quickly he deployed it into the fleet. People were talking about the fact that he may have taken it because it's a bribe. The job the person did, he didn't even know he had been given a job in Burkina Faso to build an outer perimeter of the embassy. He didn't know about that. He wasn't responsible for giving that job. He was completely absent in the award of that job. And other people also pointed at some other job he did. The corridor, is it Eastern Corridor Road or something?
The Pepesun Quanta Road.
Yes. That corridor road was an EU contract given according to EU rules. The one who qualified was going to get it, not because there was going to be a presidential intervention. EU contracts, Bank of Ghana World Bank contracts, and all those kinds of contracts that have an international flavor are done by technicians and technical people who follow a certain roadmap and a certain landmark guidelines. You know, so you don't go interfering with them. The president cannot interfere with World Bank contracts. He can't interfere with EU contracts, nor any of the partner organizations that are giving us money to construct a project. So that too is flawed. So in the two instances where they wanted to cite him for corruption, the president was not involved in any deal at all. Subsequently, after giving him after donating the vehicle, that guy has not gotten any contract in Ghana for you to say he was influenced to do something. What we can only say is that they wanted the matter to be publicized, and that somebody has given me a vehicle to the president, he has given it out in a pool. Because people give gifts to presidents.
You mean somebody wanted to make a political capital out of it?
I'm sure people are making political capital of it.
This was a publication by a journalist, a very recognized journalist, so to speak.
Yeah, and then it was...
I'm not sure he belongs to a political party.
No, Manasseh has done a good job, and after he has done that, the rest of us will have to go into it. The matter has been visited on, and an explanation is given. People are still not satisfied with the explanation. They have gone to petition, and the president has responded, retreating the fact that there was no reason for anybody to doubt him of any corrupt deal at all.
Your response to the president's response to CHRAJ?
We went to CHRAJ. They sent us a letter of acknowledgement that they will write to the president. We followed the news. The president was written to. He has sent his response. You haven't seen exactly what the lawyer for the president has sent to CHRAJ, but you've seen the publication of aspect of it. I think it makes interesting reading, and the admissions are disturbing. And it goes to the fact that, yes, there's no doubt that the president has taken a gift. Mr. Tonelita talks about the fact that the gift was unsolicited. In conflict of interest situation, you can't prove whether I solicited or not. So there's no question about whether...
Why can't you prove? If you undertook an investigation, you should be able to, perhaps, if you are filing a petition before a quasi-judicial body like CHRAJ, prove that whether the person receiving the gift solicited or not. Well, why is it that it should be an instance where it is, or we've had precedents where it's been unsolicited? That necessarily may not be a very true statement.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that you can investigate, but people don't document giving of bribes. You understand? So the point that it was not unsolicited, he can't give us any proof that the president did not solicit. neither can I also give you a proof that the president solicited. So both of us don't have basis to make those comments if we have to have something of evidential value. But the other point is that the president was not involved in the process. The president was the vice president of the Republic of Ghana. What makes it conflict of interest matter is that the person who is given the bribe has a business relationship with the Republic of Ghana. And the more disturbing thing about the president's response is that when he learned about it, which is the confirmation that he received the gift, he handed over the gift to the state. Is that the case that our president has led us to go and collect a gift from somebody we have a contractual obligations with, whether the president knew or didn't know that the guy had a contract? It means that the president has led us into a conflict of interest position, and that is worse than taking the gift on its own. Handing over the gift is an after act. You see, I have something, I can give it to you after the discussion. That is for me. I'm parting away with what is bona fide property. So if you say you give something to the state, it doesn't erase the act of accepting the gift from a contractor. That is what makes it the whole thing worse.
What do you think the president should have done when he got to the Burger, or as indicated in the petition, or in the response to the petition?
He should have sent the vehicle back or publicly announce it. And then the disturbing thing, Mr. Tonomita, that is why I said I haven't read the full script, but the Daily Graphic publication doesn't answer the question why there was an attempt to register the car or to pay duty on it. If it's a presidential gift and it's a state gift, why do you go and declare it in when the president and Mr.
There was nowhere in the narration that there was an attempt to register it. Where there
to
is
pay
in the
duty
narration,
on it.
Yes,
that's what I'm referring to. And he's at the Flagstaff as honorable minister. Cars that go to the presidency.
Do you think if somebody was receiving something unsolicited or solicited, do you think the person would have left anything of evidential value? Because we have paper trails, for example, of it crossing over the border, and now you're saying that there's a paper trail of registration. Do you think somebody really, if you want to steal or want to take bribe, would you leave? Because I won't leave if I have the intention. I'm asking.
Well, there's a book I read, and it's so relevant, a criminal book. It said criminals make all the effort to raise every possible lead to the commission of the crime, but in the process of erasing, they make other mistakes, they don't realize it. So at the end of the day, what we are discussing now is that we have this fraud given to the president. He's admitted it, he got it, and the circumstances surrounding it. Even the fact that, how do you build a wall around a land that you don't have a building on? Even that decision alone is questionable.
What does it mean?
Is that the best way to spend all this money?
In their bid to always portray
there's no attack on the land in Burkina Faso.
Yeah, it's disturbing the way some members of our opposition often will portray the presidency and
you think they always want to just take the president with mud?
That's it. I mean, it's like they have to look for
the president is not fallible.
Give the same situation and put them in. They will defend it. You know, take it away from them. Let it be somewhere. They will. At
the end of the day, what do you think will happen? The president will be lost.
I think that what the president has done is to say that he had no case to answer at all. What he did, other people have done it. It's precedent that when you hand over something, if you give a gift to a president and a public official who will declare the property and then give it back to the state for evidence for everybody to see. People have left smokes, people have left various items that they have won before, but left them there. You know, he has done just the same thing. He received the thing, he gave it out. He cannot be declaring and telling the people of Ghana, when I was given a medal, here is the medal. He will come and leave it somewhere, and people have done it. He has done what he has also done. So President Nkrumah was given a gift of the buildings at Peduase, where he used it for some time. We are also using it. He was given a vehicle, he put it in a public use, it's being used by the security, it's there for everybody.
So all you're saying that's not the first time?
It's not the first time. It's precedent.
Do you think that we need to have a code on how perhaps the presidents of our land tend to receive or perhaps not receive gifts?
That's what I think those who are loudest in opposition should be talking about.
Okay.
They should be talking about the fact that, look, we're not clear about these things that are happening, you know, sequentially, about presidents taking gifts. Let us now begin to say that, look, it has, in the past, they have done it this way. the president has also done it that way. Let's now put in place a certain system or code of conduct so that we can all watch it and see how it is.
Maybe perhaps the president should have started it before.
He has violated no law. The president has violated no law.
We have to move. I know you want to make a response. Have you checked have you gone to check the exhibition center whether your name is in the register?
Oh, I did mine.
Have you done that?
Yeah.
According to a report,
I haven't done myself, but
somebody has done it for you.
Yes.
You are doing it, Dr. Baumia.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you be going personally?
I'll be going there in the next 2 or 3
days. But how come that somebody's checking for you? I hope
to make sure that
the process is ongoing.
It's ongoing.
I think that's what you should have said.
Even without my asking, people have done it because I'm the MP and they are curious to know that.
Okay.
So, but I'm also.
But you go there formally
monitoring
to go and do monitoring. But the Daily Graphic has been to some of the centers in Accra, and it's indicating that you, the party, seem to have now your interest seems to have diminished in the whole exercise. Actually, and after the elections, you come back with all problems. You will be sued, there will be petitioned, there will be this, etc.
Well, if you realize it's the position of our party that the Electoral Commission should be given the chance, in accordance with the law and within its own institutions set up and processes and procedures, it should be allowed to clean the register. One of the processes is to exhibit it and for people to go in, check their names, and especially those whose names have been deleted, to go and make sure their names are deleted and their names can be put back. And we have advocated it. So if people think that this is the time to contribute to get the register clean and they are not doing it, they have to be questioned for that. But for us, we are taking it seriously. Every member of parliament, every minister of state is asked to go out there, monitor to see that the right thing is being done and that our people whose names may be deleted are back on track and are back on the register. And so we are taking this seriously. You might not see people there arguing and fighting. That's what people interpret to be showing interest. But we think that we've gotten to a point where... So
you have your way as a political party of monitoring?
Yeah, we have our way.
And you don't necessarily need to have your people stationed?
No, we don't have to have that. We have lots of people doing the monitoring.
Okay. But the election, you have your people at the centers. That one?
Yeah. For the election, you have to have your people there.
Yes.
We're talking exhibition. Don't go back.
I'm not going to go back.
No Ford Saga.
No problem. Just to make a statement that there exists in this country a code of conduct sanctioned by the president himself. So there's something there that is a guidance to everybody, including himself. And more importantly, the gifts that he referred to coming from received by Nkrumah and subsequent president did not come from contractors or people who had contractor obligations.
Yes, the building there was done by a contractor.
No,
I mean, my dear,
what I'm saying is that
if you want to argue, get your facts right.
What I'm saying is that they were done by people who had contract obligations to the state.
I think the Pediasi one was given to us by those who did Valco.
Yes.
Or who did is it Kosombo or something?
Yeah, Kosombo. I think we should move on.
I mean, that is documented.
So. Yeah. Yes. So
but some of the gifts maybe not. But the president doesn't need to collect gifts only from contractors, as it.
Yeah, no, those
you should go to the American example. We have guidelines.
Yes, our guidelines says that 500 Ghana exhibition.
What did you check your name? Where's your constituency?
Akimada, I went there. I drove there to check. Before I even went there, I checked on the Macheke.
The Electoral Commission said don't rely on that.
Yes,
but what do you make of it? Just 30 seconds.
I think it's going to sharp focus the measures we are put in place to clean the register. It doesn't work, and we have de-emphasized the relevance of polling agents at the polling station. As we had polling agents there, they go and write your name that you are a minor. We don't have to go through this district adjudication process. It's burdensome, it's a long process, and that's why nobody is interested in that kind of process. We should find a better way, and that is the call of the Electoral Commission. We can't do things. We started doing the same exercise from 1992. We should change how we do it.
Kofi Asamwasian is a policy analyst with the Progressive People's Party, and Dr. Rashid Pelpo is a member of parliament for One Central, but he's also the minister of the presidency in charge of the PPPs or the private sector. Thanks for joining me, sir.
Thank you.
All right. That'll be